think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
On first down, Kane. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Check mark 27, check mark 27. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. 60 back. 27, Mike, ready to work.
To throw on second down, Kane. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now on third down. That pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake. Kane. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Now the first carry here for the running back.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Panthers add 6 to their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
There he goes, right side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Brandt. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brandt eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Looking to throw. Brandt. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it, but 3rd down coming up.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Brandt. And he comes back with one complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On fourth down, Brandt. He'll buy some time right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. White will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
To throw on second down. Kane, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. Down to the 10, touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Off play action. Brandt sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
An audible here to get a new look.
They'll run for it. This is White. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Throwing on first down. Kane. Wide open receiver complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first and 10, Kane. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Kane steps away to his left.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Flushed out right.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Switch up. Switch up.
To throw on second down. Kane. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. Looking to throw. Kane. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Brandt, flush to his right. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Operating from the gun. Kane. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Brandt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Back to throw. Brandt. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. White again. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
131 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point attempt here still to come. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Brandt. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. From the gun on 3rd down. Brandt. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brandt under pressure, and they got to him again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing on 3rd and long. Brandt, and a pressure gets to him again. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Seahawks send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds McCoy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, Carter, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game.